Assalamu alaikum all. This is Hassan Ali Khan. I am from Alfanar. And thanks for Mr. Umar and 𝐄𝐲 team to invite me to share our experience to you guys and tell us about the topic and tell us about the use cases which we are doing for the last many years in Alfanar. So the topic of discussion today for me is basically leverage data and analytics to support digital transformation. As you know, after the COVID and the current market, the digital transformation is a key now for our entire business and all. So for that topic, today we choose that one to discuss about the thing and about what we are doing for the last many years in Alfanar. So first, I will tell you about the Alfanar, or what Alfanar is doing and all. Alfanar is a group of company which we have a multiple business like mainly the electrical division and construction and manufacturing. And the presence of Alfanar is across the globe. So the main divisions of Alfanar basically, as an electrical division, we have a head office in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and we have different offices for electrical division. Like if you'll see, we have office for electrical division in UAE, 𝐃𝐢𝐿 UK, and ZIB Spain, Safa Electric in Turkey, in Italy, 𝐄𝐝𝐢𝐭𝐢𝐨𝐧 in Germany, and Alfanar Engineering Services in India. Those divisions basically related to electrical division. And if you talk about the construction division, we have offices in Riyadh, which is basically we have office power and Alfanar Power and Water, civil engineering, which is Alfanar Bina. Other than that, we have mechanical and plumbing, which is Alfanar MEP. In engineering services, we are there. We are in testing and commissioning, and steel business, and like this. Similarly, we are also working for renewable energy and project development, which we have multiple businesses which we are running for renewable energy, which is green light energy and all. So this is all about Alfanar. Other than that, let me tell you about the topic which is relevant to our core business basically. As we are discussing for the data and huge data, as we have a huge landscape, and I will go to the deep in which domain we are using SAP and other systems, which we have a huge data and how we are utilizing data for the digital transformation. So if I talk about the IT part in Alfanar, basically we have a head office or IT department in Riyadh office, and we have offshore offices in India, Egypt, and Pakistan. So we have more than 100 plus IT consultants all over the globe, and because of the nature of the business, we have maintained different offshore offices as well. And we are in touch with multiple vendors which they are supporting us for different projects and all. Recently, as a digital transformation, we went live for SAP RISE. We migrated to cloud, which is RISE for SAP, and we migrated our whole infrastructure to cloud environment and all. So this is all about the IT part and divisions and all for Alfanar, and how we are utilizing data and extracting data and utilizing the data. So I will go in a deep dive for each area. So first I will tell you about our core landscape. So from the landscape you will understand how complex our environment, so how we are utilizing the things and all, and what will be the use cases. Maybe it will benefit for you guys that you can implement in your organization as well. So as a core system, as an Alfanar landscape, we are using on-prem systems along with the on-cloud. So now we moved SAP Business Suite, which is SAP ECC. It is not S/4HANA, but it is an ECC system. Now it is on the cloud. We are using ECC, which is core ERP system, which is used for transactional data and all. This we are using. We are using SAP BI and BO, which is business intelligence for analytics and all, and business objects. We are also using SAP SuccessFactors for Employee Central, employee information, and all the relevant related to employees, employee master data and all. We are also using SAP Hybris Commerce and Marketing in our electrical division, and now we are rolling out to construction division as well. We are using C4C, Sales and Services Cloud. Similarly, we are using CPI, which is a cloud platform integration. CPI basically used for integration between multiple landscape. So the landscape, like we have ECC system, SAP ECC system, we have Hybris Commerce, Marketing, and other SharePoint systems as well, or some legacy system which is used to connect together via middleware, which is the CPIs, which is a cloud platform integration. On top of it, we are using Process Orchestrator, which is process integration, which is the on-prem system we use for the integration as well. Along with, we are using SharePoint sites, some SharePoint system for our repositories or some other system. Other than that, we are using GitHub, which is used for the source code controlling. As you know, we moved to the cloud system. So now on the cloud systems, we only deploy the applications. It will not support us for the to support the you can say to store the source codes. That's why we are using GitHub for the repository for the source code controlling and all. Now I will brief you about the use cases which we are using for Alfanar. Like one of the main, you can say, a hot thing which we have done for the last 2 years as a transformation, as a unified inbox or unified approval through SAP and the analytics. How we have achieved that one? Basically, in Alfanar, as I explained you, we have multiple landscapes where we have multiple approvals. Like in ECC system, which is SAP ECC system, we have approval, for example, employee leave request. We have, for example, employee business trip. And like IT service orders and all. So this is a core area related to approval related to the ECC system. So as a manager or hire manager, they have to go in different inboxes to approve the task. Like we are using SAP ECC, we are using Hybris Commerce, or we are using, you can say, SuccessFactors, which we have a different approval inboxes. So as a manager, he need to go a different window and approve the task relevant to that domain. So what we have done, basically we integrated 5 landscape, which is GRC, ECC, and SuccessFactors, and SharePoint approvals within a unified inbox, which is built on a SAP Fury application. As a Fury application we have done, although SAP give us a standard application for unified inbox, but they have some limitations for that. So what we have done, what we have achieved through, we have integrated via CPI with a different platform and integrated all the approvals within the single application. And we also built a mobile interface for that. Like as end user, if you are an end user, so you are traveling somewhere, you are on a business trip, and you are a manager, you have to approve some urgent tasks or a GRC request or approval access request and all. So simply you can go in a mobile application, and log in there, and through a single sign-on, and you can single click, and you will approve the task. If you want to see some details, so you can go as a link, and you can traverse that as well. So we have built 2 versions, one for the desktop application, one for the mobile application. So it eases the things, on some single clicks, double clicks, it approves your task, and your life is very easy for that. So once we have achieved that one, we have done some analytics, how we collected the data from different landscape, and how the trends analysis you can say. Like for example, we've seen that some of the applications are highly used. Like for example, business trip. which is highly used in Alfanar, and what are the trends of that, which division is using, what are the destination, what are the purposes for that. Similarly, we analyze from there, like leave requests. For example, we have different type of leave requests, like inside Saudi Arabia, outside Saudi Arabia, or emergency leave, or you can say meeting outside like this, meeting outside office like. So we analytics from there that what's the trend in each division, in each company, like how they are applying the leaves and through the system. So this is one of the use case for that. Similarly, we have integrated to unified inbox GRC requests. Like in Alfanar, anyone is joining, he needs some accesses for that. Or if someone changed the position or some delegates are there, they have some approval for access management, for either he needs to have in a VI system or ECC system or whatever the system. So we have achieved their link to the GRC system, and we also analysis what are the trend of the access requests they need. Right, they need access for the ECC system. Within ECC system, they need to approve POPR, and the POPR, they have different release strategies and all. So this we have analyzed from there. So these are some of the cases of unified inbox, and this very useful application we have achieved through the integration system or services from SAP system. Other than that, we have done Sadat automation. In Saudi Arabia, we have Sadat services, which is used for the payment bills and pay bills and all. So what we have achieved through RPA, reward risk process automation, although I'm not marketing any system for RPA, but we are using UiPath. Other than the UiPath in the market, we have Blue Prism and SAP also offering RPA services or RPA system. But what we are not using for SAP, we are using for UiPath. So what we have achieved in the Sadat system, as you know, we have multiple locations within Saudi Arabia. We have hundreds of electric meters inside Kingdom. So these electric bills usually come through Outlook email by the relevant admin of each department. So what we have achieved through RPA, we have integrated all the Outlook emails through the particular sender, and what we are doing, we are transforming the PDF of attachment for each email, and we are reading from the through OCR, and we are reading all the data related to the electric bill, like for example Sadat number or registration number, payment bill date, or what's the unit of that one for bill, and the amount and all. So we have collected all the information through the RPA, through OCR, and we are dumping this all data in one location as a FTP system. And other service which we are using, we are fetching all the information, and we are posting this one through financial entries as a posting of this invoices, like what are the Sadat reference number, what is the amount and all, through a finance entry. So it is the process of multiple employees for each division to do this activity, and streamline the process within, for example, every month the service is running daily, and this fetching the data and posting in a SAP system. So once we have achieved that one, so you can say we save more than 10 FTE over the month, because it's a huge amount of electric bill like this. Same we have done for the National Water Company, we have for water bill and all. So this is some of the use case which we have done as a digital transformation in Alfanar to collect all the electrical bills and all within a system, and is directly posting to SAP system. Other than that, we have done bank reconciliation. Bank reconciliation is also a huge effort in any organization. So we have achieved through, again, through RPA process. We are doing multiple processes of bank reconciliation through the RPA, and it is the end user for, and it also is accurate information. It's not, you can say, and we have done multiple round of testing and all, and we have done huge amount of, for save the testing and all. After that, we have achieved this bank reconciliation. Similarly, we have done some of the process related to employee onboarding and offboarding. Like for example, whenever the employee will join, so we know once the IT employee will join, or because now every employee which is sitting in an office, he needs a laptop. So once we know from SAP system, like for Employee Central or SuccessFactors, the guy is joining, for example, for the first week of, for example, August. So we have done some particular tasks need to be done before he joined the office. Previously, what is happening? The employee will come in the office and then he apply for the laptop, and we need to install some applications. It takes almost 2 to 3 days for the approvals and for the laptop arrangement and all. So what we have achieved, once the employee signed the offer letter, we know what is the joining day of the employee. So we know what are the set of activities need to be done for this employee. So it goes to the all relevant departments to achieve this task. So this we also achieved through as a digital transformation in Alfanar. Other than that, we have done, like for example, employee master data and dependent information. Like we have in Saudi Arabia, we have to pay dependent fees. For example, every employee have a dependent fees and like this and all dependent information. So, and it is random. It's not you can say every month, first month, second month, third one. No, it based on the obviously based on the iqama expiry date. It will expend the you can say we have to submit the employee dependent fees and all. So we also built some automation there. So it's reading the master data from the employee central system, SAP SuccessFactors, and based on that information, you can say we have some services. You can say 30 days before or 45 days before, it fetch all information which is going to expire, and it will create a file where we have to say this employee dependent information or dependent fees need to pay. So what we have done this cycle to post the invoices to a finance system to achieve this task so they can process the payment to government services and all. Similarly, for recruitment cycle, I told how we have done. Similarly, we have done for prepaid expenses and for petty cash as well. Like as a petty cash, you know, what we have to do, each admin have different amount he has as petty cash. So we have done some automation through that one. So based on the type of expense, we have digitalized the prepaid expenses or as a petty cash we are paying to the employee, and we are recording all the information related to what petty cash with the devices and all. And this is also mobile app. So through a mobile app, employee can claim the petty cash expense and all like this. So these are some of the use cases which we have done as a digitalization in Alfanar. We have done many things. This is some of the things which I can tell you about that one, and how we utilize the data, because the data is spread all over the different landscape. But I told you, like we have a data in ECC system, SAP. We have a data in Employee Central Cloud. We have data in BI as a cubes and denormalized forms and all. So like this, we have achieved some of the digitalization process and all. This is all about for the things for digitalization. So thank you for your time, and thanks for Exit team for the invitation. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Assalamu alaikum.